Hey guys, first thing you probably noticed there's no intro on this video, reason being my laptop's been giving me a lot of troubles lately, and every time I try going through Movie Maker it shuts down after like 80% completion, and then if it does go through Movie Maker, YouTube, like while uploading on YouTube, it just shuts down after that. So I'm actually currently looking for a new computer. I'm going to go out later today, see if I can, find one, and yeah. That's my computer problem. And first, I actually wanted to thank everybody who wished me a happy birthday on YouTube. I was very flattered, to say the least. I didn't know so many of you guys actually remembered, and the response I got was, very, very unexpected. And for that, I thank you guys very much. And I thought I'd show you guys the stuff I got for my birthday today in this video. And from Legend Killer 410 and my lady friend. So you can start off with Legend Killer 410 got me. While on his little trip that he went to a store where they sold wrestling stuff, and he got stuff for me from there. What is this? These two. First, he got me a DVD, the ROH Greatest Rivalries. As you guys know, Friday and Saturday, me and him are going to meet Bret Hart and Ric Flair, and it's going to be at an ROH show. So if we do meet any of the wrestlers, this DVD would be a good one to get signed on the front, and I could frame it along with all my other autographed DVDs. Second is WWE Ramped Up, Volume 1. It's pretty much the Titantron videos of 10 wrestlers. We got Triple H, Undertaker, The Rock, Mr. McMahon, Kane, Chris Jericho, Edge, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, and Billy and Chuck. Yeah, so Billy and Chuck's Titantron's on here. That's great. And then this is from the Bad Boys series, the Bone Crunching Action from 1997. First being Triple H, Hunter S. Helmsley at the time. A good one to have just because it's like Triple H before his major push. And then second is WWF Ringside Collection, Mr. McMahon with his announcer days. This one's, from Series 1. It's a good one to have just, for the fact if you get it signed, it could be worth a lot. And this, Stone Cold Steve Austin, also from the Bad Boys series. This is actually my first Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that's like from the old school, like before '99, that is unopened. So, it's my first figure like that, and it's just one of those good ones to have. And last figure he got me was Chris Jericho and John Cena from WrestleMania 25 series, number 2. And if you guys seen this figure, you gotta look at Jericho. The detail on this is just amazing. You can't find a figure with more amazing detail on that. Cena just looks like Cena, but Jericho's like the money in this series. And then you got the back there. Okay, so that's what I got from Legend Killer 410. And the other stuff I got, 3 DVDs. Just these are nothing special, but like I didn't have these ones, so just add them to my collection. Great American Bash 2007, Bobby Lashley versus John Cena. One Night Stand 2007, Extreme Rules. Yeah, Bobby Lashley on the front. And Armageddon 2007. Or 2006, sorry. With, what was the main event? John Cena and Batista versus Finlay and Booker T. So by the looks of it, it doesn't look too strong of a pay-per-view, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, it had the ladder match on there, the one where Joey Mercury got his nose busted open, so that was the pay-per-view. And these two, I would have to say, is the money of my, the best things, for sure. First being autographed classic figure of Terry Funk from Series 5. You can see his autograph right there. And next, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase autograph, classic. This is from Series 3. Yeah, that was from Series 5. This is from Series 3. This is an awesome figure. It comes with a $1 million belt. A couple $100 bills with DiBiase on the front, and definitely one of my most prized possessions for classic figures, that is. So that is that. And one thing I wanted to talk about is I've been asked to do a shoot video on a wrestler that could bring some controversy but actually open some eyes for some people. And I was going to either do one on the Kurt Angle, Jeff Jarrett situation with Karen Angle or Jeff Hardy. And I just want to see how long I have to babble on about him. Yeah, I got time. But I decided to do one on Jeff Hardy because I know there's a lot of Jeff Hardy fans on here. So hopefully this won't, like I said in my other shoots, won't offend anybody too badly, but here we go. I can start off by saying I'm not a Jeff Hardy fan, but I respect the guy much like I do with Hulk Hogan. He's one of those guys I don't give two shits about, but he's there. If he's not, it's not a big deal to me. But the thing with Jeff Hardy, he's one of those guys who will never succeed in the WWE just because of his track record. The fact that he's been suspended twice, the fact that he's known as a guy who's very unpredictable when it comes to being on the road. Like in TNA, he actually had a house show to come to and he didn't even bother showing up, and that's him and Sabu were the same way, and that's how TNA pretty much got rid of both of them. So like that, he's very unreliable in a way and very unpredictable because of his drug situation. But the thing that Vince McMahon, he sees in him is Jeff Hardy is money, just like John Cena and Triple H. They're seriously like a big dollar bill sign just tattooed to his forehead, figuratively speaking. And he's just one of those guys, like, you don't want to get rid of him, but your company would be much stronger if he wasn't there. But the fact he makes so much money and the fans are so attracted to him, like, it's hard to get rid of someone like that. Like, you got Jeff Hardy, he attracts, men, like teenagers, women, children, just like John Cena, but I think Jeff Hardy attracts more men than John Cena does. So that's obviously a good thing for him. And the fact that, I feel sorry for Vince McMahon because he wants to give Jeff Hardy a push and make a lot of money out of him, but the fact that Vince doesn't know what Jeff Hardy will be doing on his spare time while in the hotel room, it's just, Vince probably couldn't have, he'd be having sleepless nights because Jeff Hardy could be doing anything while he's by himself, and Vince is going to be the one who's going to have to pay the price at the end because the U.S. government will be on Vince's ass just like he was when Owen Hart died, when Guerrero died, and of course when Benoit died. So for that, Vince is obviously he's pretty much under the microscope when it comes to wrestling in general. And so that's why I think Jeff Hardy will never succeed, and I think having him in a feud with CM Punk is pretty much exposing the fans to what Jeff Hardy is. Even though Jeff Hardy's probably a part of the whole storyline, I know it opened my eyes. I'm kind of like, this is why I'm not a fan of him, because, well, I'm not going to say it. I'm trying not to judge Jeff Hardy as the person, like Legend Killer 410 says. A lot of people tend to judge people on their personal life rather than their wrestling career, and I'm not trying to do that, but yeah, that's about it. And but like, yeah, he's a good wrestler. Like, he's not that good, but he came into the WWE as the extreme enigma, as the high flying guy, much like Rey Mysterio. But as of late, he hasn't really been doing that, so that's kind of dumbing him down a little bit. He's getting all these title shots and he's losing, so that makes him more of it kind of dumbs down his credibility as being a champion. And his contract is coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I think it's about that. And I think that Jeff Hardy should take time off, gather himself together, take, a couple months off, maybe a year or so, just to, get the passion back for wrestling and get, rejuiced. No pun intended. But I don't know, you just gotta pretty much focus on other things, because since 2007 or whatever, since he's been in there, he's been doing every house show pretty much because fans want to see Jeff Hardy, and they don't want to, when they pay to see a ticket for SmackDown or Raw, whichever show Jeff Hardy's on, they expect Jeff Hardy to be there, and for that, the road schedule is very hard for him. I'm sure he's beat up and he's hurting, but the fact is he can't have time off because the fans love him so much. He can't take 1 or 2 days off, and for that, that's why he needs to go home, take time off, come back when he's ready to go 100% again. And do I think he'd go back to TNA? Maybe, because the road schedule is a lot easier. But you got to know that TNA is a growing company, so the more they grow, the more road schedule and more event dates they have to do. So I'm sure they'll never be as big as WWE, but You know, when Kurt, like, look at when Kurt Angle went to TNA. He was saying he's working 2 days a week, and then he gets 2 weeks off. So they tape two nights of Impact, and then they get 2 weeks off. But that's when they didn't do any house shows. Then they started doing house shows. Now Kurt's on the road. Like, I'm following guys, Samoa Joe, Taylor Wilde, and I think that's it. And Christopher Daniels. I'm following them on Twitter, and there's, you know, they're just like the guys who are like WWE. They gotta go to different dates, different or cities and states. But instead of WWE, where you got 7 days a week, they only got 3. So it's growing, but it's not as bad as WWE yet. And yeah, so if he does go back to TNA pretty much made Jeff Hardy, but WWE made him bigger than life, larger than life. And who knows what Jeff Hardy will do. So leave your thoughts on Jeff Hardy. And I'm sure some of you Jeff Hardy fans already rated this video 1 star, but what can I do about that? I'm just telling you my opinion.